Nintendo. Hello everybody, this is Milesluigi. Welcome you back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Joining me today is...
Yo, Pop-Tart.
And some guy. Oh wait, that joke's like a month old now. And Higsby.
Yikesors. It would help if I quit hitting this darn save point because I keep trying to press the wrong... Okay, there we go. Today, last time we were searching for a bonsai bill as Bowser. Today, we're going to take a look at this area that we had access to starting off, but I didn't go in here purposefully because we can't do anything here until about now. This place is called Cholestoroad. Take that as you will, because this is the area of the game where you can actually partake in some challenges to get some stuff. This first challenge door, as will be explained by the Globin, is called the Challenge Node, which includes refights of boss battles. However, since we haven't fought enough boss battles, he's just going to tell us we're way too weak, we can't enter here. We would get destroyed, or because this is Mario and Luigi, we wouldn't stand much of a chance, except if the battle lasted for like a billion turns. So what we're particularly interested in is this part of it. Here we go, Cholestoroad. The idea here is that we can, I guess, defeat Bowser's cholesterol by playing mini games based on our bro attacks, actually. And right now we have the green shell Cholestoroad challenge actually available to us. So here's generally how this works. There's a whole bunch of challenges we can do with different bro items, moves that we have. Throughout the game, we get more and more. If we score a high enough score on these games, we can get equipment and other cool things along the way. Some of these challenges, though, particularly get tough enough that I actually have not legitimately beat these challenges on my console. I have done the green shell challenge on my console, and this can be interesting. We have to score 150 on this, which means we have to do green shell 150 times without air. If we mess up once, it's game over. Done. Unlike your regular green shell that you use in battle, the green shell starts out pretty slowly and doesn't get fast too quickly. It gets progressively faster about once every 10 hits or so, just a little bit faster. And once we start getting closer and closer to higher numbers, it can get really difficult to maintain this, and there's nothing more infuriating than playing this game, getting to 110, 120, and then messing up, and then you have to get all the way back up to 110, 120 in order to continue on. Yeah. As you can see here, it's just like one little mess up and you're totally screwed, and I just made it.
Oh god.
I'm like, I'm taking that. I really wanted to get this one particularly because the equipment you get from this challenge specifically is called the Challenge Medal. The Challenge Medal is a item in this game that makes enemies harder, but in return you get more coins from the battles. It really is a hard mode, though, because the way it makes enemies harder is it gives them 50% more HP, 50% more defense, and wait for this, 150% more attack power.
I hope it better give you like 200% more coins.
It gives you 50% more coins.
That's interesting. No more XP?
So, no, you get the same amount of experience. In a regular battle, just on an overfield, the challenge medal can actually make a fair bit of sense if you're trying to grind coins, because it's usually pretty easy to attack or dodge regular enemy attacks, and even if you get hit by them, no big deal. They usually don't do horrendous amounts of damage. Where this becomes particularly super challenging, though, is in the boss battles, because boss battles usually have attacks that can, like, you know, do a decent amount of damage to you, and in those situations, those attacks usually outright kill you. So it really is truly the game's hard mode. I myself haven't played through the game trying to use the challenge medal, and because it would make boss battles take a billion times longer, I'm not going to put on the challenge medal for the Let's Play. I am considering possibly doing bonus videos where I go through the boss battles with the challenge medal. Possibly. Something that I haven't fully decided on. I'll have to play around with it more, see if I can actually beat some of the boss battles games with the challenge medal, because it is hard mode. It is, holy crap, if I take this one hit, I'm dead, no matter what. So, what Bowser has just ran into is this giant-ass carrot, and he just decides, you know what, I'm a big brute, I'm gonna rip this carrot out of the ground, which means we have to play another arm minigame. This arm minigame, though, is different from the other arm minigames. You wanna know why? Instead of just it being back and forth like a Ganondorf, like Zelda Link battle, it's actually a rhythm game this time.
That's cool, actually.
Mm-hmm. So now actually, if you listen to the beats and the different sounds that the different orbs are making as they're flying towards Mario and Luigi, we've actually kind of got what I could best describe as something that you would expect to see in a Rhythm Heaven Fever game, not a Mario and Luigi game. But I appreciate the difference in tone here. This minigame will take longer than the other Mario minigames we've done so far, though, because of the whole rhythm thing. We actually have to go through like 3 different sets here, and each set keeps getting faster, and this is the 2nd set already. But Bowser is trying to rip that carrot out of the ground. What does he think he's playing, Mario 2? Oh man, and just thinking about that just makes me wish there was a ROM hack of Mario 2 where you just played as different characters. Like, I want to play as Bowser in Mario 2, and he's just a super toad, where he doesn't jump anywhere near as high, but you can rip out vegetables extremely fast. Don't you think that'd be fun?
That would be fun. I'm just trying to say, like, of all the things they've brought back in new Mario games, the vegetables are ones that is something that really hasn't made a comeback.
Nintendo just looked at Doki Doki Panic and just thought, no, we're not going to do anything with this game ever again. You know, warts, gone. Pulling vegetables out of the ground, gone. The only things that are still there are stuff like POW blocks and Shy Guys, and I guess Sniffits.
Yeah, Birdo and stuff, but even to just have, like, vegetables in the new Super Mario Brothers game. I'm not saying I want any more new Super Mario Brothers games, but, like, they could have done something like that. I wonder if there will be, something like that in Mario Maker. That'd be kind of cool. But
from what we've seen of Mario Maker so far, there isn't a Mario 2 mode, but if there were Mario 2 objects, oh shoot, I'm messing up. If there were Mario 2 objects, of course, that I think would make a lot of people happy. But with that said, we actually have 2 more stanzas to go. This one should be the last one right now. And we can tell because it has the giant, big, red, glowy thing. And I don't want to know what happens when you miss that one. For all I know, you have to repeat the entire set if you miss that one. I have no clue. I didn't want to miss it.
Well, I was about to ask. That's the one good thing about emulators is science.
For science, I will save state. But underneath that gigantic carrot, this Giga-carrot, that's the name of the carrot, was a Wiggler. Like, we saw the really baby Wiggler from earlier, now here, I guess, is the big grandpa Wiggler who tells us that this carrot is generations upon generations upon generations upon generations old. And Bowser isn't having any shenanigans. He's just like, I'm looking for a bonsai bill, and I just saw this carrot, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to pull it out of the ground because I'm Bowser. So it actually turns out that this Wiggler, out of all things, he has a bonsai bill, but he wants us to take responsibility for pulling that Giga-carrot, a carrot that has matured for generations upon generations upon generations, and he's like, I will only give you the bonsai bill if you eat this carrot. That's a huge carrot. That's a giant carrot. I'm pretty confident Bowser's vision would just become exponentially better if he ate that carrot. He could also become a lot fatter, too. I actually have to wonder how good Bowser's vision actually really is as a Koopa, and relatively speaking, how good a Koopa's vision is to, say, Mario and Luigi's vision. I'd assume it's the same. There's decent evidence that's the same, but for all we know, they see reds better or something like that. I tried doing some research into what the turtle's vision is like, and I sadly was pretty inconclusive on the research other than that turtles see pretty well. But this leads us to our next actually game, because we gotta help Bowser eat this carrot. Which means we gotta get on over to a new area in his stomach. Specifically, this new area is called the gut check. There we go. So by going over to the gut check, we'll find that we literally are controlling a cannon that's pointed into his stomach. Like so. So here's how this minigame is going to work. Bowser's going to eat a whole bunch of carrots, and our job is to help his stomach break down the carrot. And in order to break down everything in his stomach, guess what? We gotta tap the screen. The tutorial for this takes like 2 minutes, so I figured I'm just gonna skip it entirely. We're gonna go straight to the minigame.
I swear if it's just something like tap the things and make them disappear so we can eat more, and then that takes 2 minutes to explain.
You see, part of the reason for the tutorial is that the carrot itself has like these super special enzymes that make it so you can digest the carrot even faster. So certain pieces of the carrot will reveal the enzymes, which let you get through the minigame even quicker. And the tell for the enzyme, the little pieces that fall down. if you heard that sound, that sound will play the moment that enzyme falls down. The quicker we get to the enzyme, the more effective it'll be. So if like we get to it right away, it clears out the entire screen. But if we don't get it to right away, it'll still leave some chunks behind, like this, that you have to tap out. But there's always a second enzyme that isn't told or given a signal that you can find, which can help you out as well. But otherwise, this is tap-a-thon. That's what happens when you get the enzyme right away. You just clear the entire field right away, which is pretty cool because we are on a time limit. We're not just told to eat the carrot. We have to eat the carrot in a minute. The whole carrot in a minute. It's like Bowser is in a super special eating contest right now where he has to completely devour this entire carrot in a minute. And I don't know about you, but that carrot that size seems more difficult to eat than like hot dogs in a hot dog eating competition. It's a good thing that he's got Mario and Luigi just having a gun pointed in his gut. It's very, very useful. It is also worth noting that, like, while I was doing a bit of research on this part of the game, I evidently found out that a lot of people struggle with that minigame, having a lot of difficulty getting through it. And I, myself, I didn't find it difficult at all, playing it on a real console at all. The tutorial explains it really, really well. And I got through it the first time. And then hearing people having difficulty with the minigame, I'm just like, huh. Perhaps, funnily enough, if you fail the minigame, you have to eat the carrot again from the beginning. And I haven't seen what the game explicitly does to justify why the carrot's out of Bowser's gut again, but I'm certain it's probably hilarious. Yes, you need to eat the carrot again. Oh, here's the whole carrot. I guess I used magic to get all the carrot out of you, Bow? I don't know.
Yeah, no, the carrot that's generations and generations old. Oh, I have another one right here.
So he gives us an opportunity to save, actually, which is in our interest. So we want the bonsai bill. We agreed to his conditions. We ate the giant-ass carrots. So unfortunately, he's not having any of that. And he's telling us, you invade my farm. We must battle.
Like, what?
Mm-hmm. He must avenge the legacy of the Wigglers that we have sullied. So we just got ourselves into yet another boss battle with this Wiggler. Oh boy, we're fighting a Wiggler in a Mario and Luigi game. This has happened before. So I am purposely going to be taking a couple of hits in this battle. You'll probably already know the reason why, Higsby. Are you still there, Evil Pop-Tart?
I'm just watching. I'm being quiet. There's nothing I can really comment on so far, so I'm just kind of paying attention.
I think you're going to like this. First, we're going to use Bowser's Vacuum because that's going to cause these Shy Guys to come down. It's also going to knock the Wiggler into his passive state, which is our interest right now. These Shy Guys, of course, if we were to try to use a green shell on, the green shell will just fly past them. It would miss because they're mid-air enemies. I noticed that I completely forgot to heal Mario and Luigi before this battle. So, like, Mario had 6 bro points and Luigi had none, so I was just like, oh, shoot. Though, thankfully, now I can actually use the Fire Flower and use the Fire Flower to the best of ability. Last video, someone commented, I actually think it was Wayushi commented, that told me that I wasn't mashing the button hard enough, and now I'm mashing the button hard enough, so it's like, yes, here we go. And part of me really wants to think the previous boss was, like, legitly, immune to Fire Flowers, because I was mashing the button for that boss battle. Maybe I just wasn't mashing it hard enough, who knows. But that's the power of Fire Flowers when it's actually used in the proper manner. But for the Wiggler himself, once we knock all of his parts yellow, he becomes passive for 2 turns, which lets us wall up onto him with our new attack here, Goomba Storm here. He particularly has 3 attacks, not including that Shy Guy that can appear on the battlefield that we used Vacuum on. He either has the Garden attack where he hits you with a whole bunch of vegetables. He has another attack where he walks up to you, and then he tries to get up and then fall back on down to you. And to counter that attack, you have to keep punching him until he's all the way up. And then when he starts falling down on you, you have to duck, and then he lands on, your shell instead of you. And then his final attack that he does, and he will do it in this boss battle, is he'll walk circles around Bowser. And that actually gives you an opportunity to knock out some of the yellow segments. But if he decides to just walk into you, he actually does a massive amount of damage, which is weird because he literally just walks into you and you take a massive amount of damage. That isn't good. But I do love the fact that he has the Garden attack, and he's going to do the Garden attack here again, because this attack here is the perfect kind of attack when fighting as Bowser, because it's just an attack that hits you a lot of times for very little amounts of damage, like so. So I'm purposely just going to take a couple of hits from it. There we go. Fire doesn't particularly work well against the Wiggler. It actually does nothing at all, which you would think we would do something because we have to hit each of these individual segments and turn them yellow. So you would think Fire, which attacks everything, would attack everything, but it actually doesn't. It's a missed opportunity, if you ask me, because it's like Fire should hit everything, and it doesn't quite work that way. Oh, sigh. But because of that, and because Goomba Storm attacks only one enemy, it doesn't attack multiple things at once, we either have to wait for the Wiggler to circle around with us like this, and I'm not having any of that. I could have knocked out more pieces, but I'm just like, yeah, I know, I'm not having any of that. Or take them out one at a time like this, or wait for the Shy Guys with another vegetable to come out, because another Shy Guy can appear. If he does, definitely use the vacuum. Because then you get Mario and Luigi a little bit of extra experience, and then we're good to go. But here's why I took all those hits equal Pop-Tart. You haven't seen this yet. Bowser is very angry.
He has fury.
I'm watching.
So as explained in the last time the video happened, last time it was a total accident. This time, I will admit, I was trying to have this happen. Bowser, when he's in Fury, he gets double attack power, which is incredibly awesome. Now, he takes more damage, but in this specific situation, like, who really cares? Because the Wiggler's not going to be attacking me. I'm not particularly threatened by any of his attacks anyway, and now I can unleash a barrage of flaming Goombas on his ass.
Nice.
You're doing really well with the mouse. Wow.
Thank you. I actually have to admit something right now. That's partially auto hotkey just mashing the mouse button for me, because I can't peck the screen that well, actually, with the mouse. But here we go.